Hmm. Hello everyone, this is Sado. It's been a long time coming, but we've got another stream today. Uh, and my camera setup is so good. Okay, how about now? Okay, seems a bit better. Okay. So yeah, this is more or less a test stream because I didn't stream a long time and not quite sure if everything's going to work properly. Just give me a moment to set it up. I still don't see the chat. I've got Hade here already, which reminds me that I'm supposed to advertise in a few more places as well. Okay. Since this will take a moment, you have nothing better to do than just watch the city of one of the players. Which one was that? Trash, yeah, so he's building a school, yeah, how exciting. Ah, crap, sorry, don't want to spoil the view. Okay, yeah, this one is like totally live. After most of my streams this year were with at least 20 or 30-minute delay. I just want to make some streams from regular games, so I'm not really going to make a delay. I'm really hoping that nobody's gonna use that against the other players in game, but I guess the risk is worth it because at least we can have a live chat going and be a bit more live than usual. I don't expect a lot of viewers, although I can see we have already 7. I'm a bit surprised. I didn't advertise on Facebook, and there's not a lot of activity in the community these days, which I'm kind of hoping to change. If there's any demand for streaming, then I will try to maybe set up some days when I will be streaming the games. Perhaps I don't know, one weekend day like Saturday or Sunday, and one weekday like maybe Thursday or something. But we'll see how it goes. Mm. Okay, didn't want to do this. And as another new thing, hopefully this will give us some brand new viewers. I'm trying out Steam streaming, and let me see if this actually can be seen in the... Oh, I was hoping that it will be possible to see this on the store, on the Steam store page for the Knights and Merchants, but I see it's not available. At least I can't see it here. Maybe it will be visible later. Do you guys know anything about streaming to Steam? Because I had a feeling it's kind of a new feature, and I'm not quite sure how it works. I just did what the FAQ said to do to start streaming there, but I have no idea why it's not visible on the page where you can see the Knights and Merchants videos, for example. Perhaps it's a beta feature, because I had a feeling like it is, so maybe that's why it's not possible to see it there. But there's a direct link. I believe that maybe it can be seen like in Steam. Maybe not. Yeah, then I have no idea how this is supposed to work. Maybe just a beta feature. Okay. I'm guessing that nobody needs this, and I'll probably disable it the next time. But anyway, I'm talking much and not to the point, so let's take a look at the teams first. So we've got Mr. Full, Trash, Boss, and Lucky versus Bitcoin Forever, Thunder, Dima, and Golem. I don't know, seems reasonably balanced, I think. I will not admit that I know how are all those players these days, because you know, all depends on the form, and I don't play a lot of CAM these days, so it's possible they are very good or quite the opposite. So we'll see, I guess. Yeah, if I had to pick two players who in the old days would probably have the most spam, would be probably Boss on the left side and Dima on the right side. Although, to be honest, there's not that much of a level difference between any players here, apart from these two. These two were always pretty good spammers. Last tournament, I believe you could also see that. Especially Dima is well known for his very big bases, lots of farms, focus on the ladder. So yeah, I'm expecting him to have a nice army, especially that funny thing, the map being played here is called Frozen Waters. It's my first map I ever made. It also looks really bad, and I know of it. Don't need coaches to be around to tell me. Yeah, it could look a bit better. It's really strange style, you know. But well, there we go. They're playing it, and it's really a big map. I kind of understand why for some time it was quite popular for the public lobbies, where usually you have peacetime longer than 60, because it's quite big and you can make a lot of buildings there, I guess. It's still not as big as a reverse style maps, so it's obviously not good enough for current public standards, but I guess that wasn't the point when I was making it. Actually, I'm not quite sure what was my point when I was making this map. I always had a bit of problem trying to judge the amount of space on the maps, and you can really see it on most of my maps that they are either too big or too small, and this is the well, it's quite a big one. The first version of it was actually too small, so this one is like too big, and seems like I just can't find the right balance. Well, maybe one day I will. Anyway, we can see Golem's city here. Let's try to take a look around all the players on the right side. Bitcoin on the top. I would say something about the locations, but to be honest, all of them look pretty much the same, and you will always have a lot of space. And here's Thunder, by the way, and you will have some distance to some of the resources. I think the iron is usually maybe not here, but I mean, it's usually far away. Yeah. And Dima on the bottom. I don't know why he chose this log actually, because Fire himself, I'd probably pick this one. I mean, this one looks a bit like public lobbies kind of map style, because you have the stone in one spot, you have all the other resources the other spot, and on the bottom you have basically a lot of stuff, I mean a lot of space. By the way, I found that Golem was stealing the trees from here, but to be honest there's not a lot of trees here, so it's probably his own. I don't know. Well, it's closer to his base. It kind of feels like there's either not enough trees. Let me see the other logs. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but since there's a lot of space, then I'm guessing the trees shouldn't be that much of a problem. Okay, let's see how farming is going. Mr. Fu, already third and fourth farm going up. It's pretty fast. While the others have one farm so far. Oh, sorry. You can see what I said before about Dima might be kind of true. I mean, he's a bit slower with his farms compared to Mr. Fu, but Mr. Fu is making, probably as usual, he's gonna make that kind of small base he always does, so his priorities are a bit different than normal build. And you can make a few shortcuts, and also you can see that his log supports making a few farms along the way when you go towards the woodcutters. On the other hand, the iron is really far away. That also might contribute to the fact that he made his farms very early on. While when we look at Dima, he's already going for the iron. What time is it? It's pretty fast, I'd say. Trash already going as well. He's got quite a long way. Lucky. Oh, hold on. I don't want to save this. Oops, I was looking at Lucky. Yeah. For him, I would try to make a bit more woodcutters. He's got 4 only here. Although these ones will be planting now. This one is still cutting. Yeah, there's still some time. Yeah. So it's not a big deal. Boss still doesn't seem to be going to the left here. But on the other hand, you can see that he spares no time to make his wood production. Actually, that's the opposite of what I tried to say. Never mind. Yeah, you can see my English is a bit rusty, I guess. Yeah, he focuses on wood. That's what I mean to say. Let us say that, well, 13 viewers, not too bad. maybe there's some demand for the streams after all. No, this map is called Frozen Waters. It's a very old map of mine. I don't really like it. I mean, it's pretty big, not quite kind of style that I prefer. It's pretty nice for brainless building because there's a lot of space, especially on this location. So you can just do whatever you want. Like, there's nothing that will make you suffer here, really. Although, as you can see with Bitcoin's example here, sometimes you can make yourself suffer. Seems like a small traffic jam between inn and storehouse, which is quite normal. But for the future, I really would advise him to make a road here or here, because you can see there's a bottleneck, and a pretty nasty one in this base. Two parts of the city connected only by this one little tile. So this is like bound to fail, and it's right in front of both school and storehouse, and yeah, on the route towards the inn as well. So it's like the worst placement possible. Seems like Bitcoin doesn't agree with my assessment of the situation, and he keeps making farm fields, yeah, here instead of roads. So yeah, I'm predicting really nasty traffic jams here. Maybe he wants to make a road around there, but I don't know. Wait, maybe let's take a look at some. Yeah, we've been here. We probably were here as well. Yeah, so maybe Thunder for the last. So let's take a look at Golem again. A bit slow with the iron, I gotta say. Let's quickly compare it to the others. One mine here. I really missed the overlay from the beta, because you could see how many buildings of each type everyone has here. It's pretty useful. Dima going for 2 at once, some advancement from Trash as well. Yeah, Mr. Fu has like the longest way possible, at least the way he's building his base, obviously. Yeah, one of the longest for sure, so that's why he's quite late with it. But you can see Lucky is also pretty far, and yet he already has one working. And yeah, he doesn't focus that much on the farms, but that's about it. So yeah, Golem, you know, it's like he had it quite close, so he could definitely make the first one earlier, but he decided to postpone it a bit. Perhaps he needed to go to two spots for the woodcutters, and that might be the reason. I can't judge it. So let's take a look at Thunder. I like the layout of the base. It looks pretty logical, I'd say. I mean, maybe that's not the word that I wanted to use. The layout is kind of, I don't know, it's like, I would probably try to put the farms on the right, but on the other hand, this makes the layout more in one spot. Kinda strange farms though, although he'll make this one, yeah, it kind of makes sense in the future. But there's a big hole over here. Seems like I have to fight against Yawning today a lot. But you know, he had to go here anyway, and he had to make the farm somewhere, so it's probably better to go to the left top and go for these trees as well, instead of going like here, because you will waste a lot of builder time going to the right side, and when you're still building here, it's a bit closer, and you don't have to jump around your base here and back forth, so it's better for your micro, it's better for the timing of your builders to keep them on one side of the base, that's for sure. So you can see he's making his swine farms on the left as well to save some time. And the fact that he has such a big hole here, maybe it's not that important because you have to go here anyway fast enough for the iron, so you might as well be building around here because like you don't need more of the coal mines for now. Meanwhile, let's take a look at trash. It's kind of a tricky setup here. You can see that he's got quite some distance as well to the iron, I'm wondering why you think it looks like Cruz Ravine. Especially because there's a lot of snow here, and Cruz Ravine, as cursed as it may be, it has no snow at all. Still, going back to Trasher's city, I can see two mistakes over here. I'd say rookie mistakes even. Maybe he just didn't notice. Basically, these shortcuts will not be working because of the tree here. Yeah, seems like we got some echo from the other spec. Anyway, some movement around the storehouse. Why is that? The roadwork doesn't seem that bad, although, yeah, apart from this one, should be fine. Maybe something temporary. Maybe she should close. Yeah, there's quite some stone with the serfs. Yeah, it's probably the time when you need the fifth quarry and to close the stone delivery. Although, as you can see, it's better now, so maybe it was just momentary. But like I said, eventually he will have to close it down. Okay, Mr. Fu's base. You can see it's not so small today. He doesn't have a lot of choice, given that he has to make iron production at the top. Still, you can see that he really tries to. Okay, we've got a fan. It seems. You can see he really tries to stick all the buildings together, at least as much as it's possible. So while the base will be very long towards the top, it will at least not be too wide. We've got lucky here. You can see this base is a bit wider, although most of the buildings here, I mean most of the space occupied here is for the trees, and you have the stone makers. So the core of the base is like here, with the resources production, crucial resources on the bottom. He seems to want to expand towards the left. I don't know if I would do it, although he will need a... My apologies. He will need this space quite soon, so perhaps it's not the worst idea after all. Okay, let's pretend I wanted to go to the right and go to Bitcoin. Okay. This base seems quite compact. Of course, you need to remember that he wanted to put his forests on the left side. Not only because the trees were here, but also it's a pretty nice spot. As I told you before, this location is pretty open and you can do whatever you want, but probably the first thing you want to do is to separate your woodcutters and farmers from the rest of the city. You can see that he still didn't learn about the roads, although seeing how only farms are made here, perhaps it's not much of a difference. Maybe a road like this would be in order, because let's look at the kinds of resources that they're dealing with. food, obviously going to the inn, then mainly gold apart from that. Yeah, he locked everything now, which is also some kind of solution, but it's way past the point when he should have done that. It's a shame because this base looks pretty nice planning wise. Obviously, like I said, this lock is really easy to plan for. You just do whatever you want, to be honest. But to be very honest, I would probably be placing this farm somewhere else, like not so close to the storehouse. I would try to fit one more building here, although maybe it's not a big deal. They still have like one tile of space here, which might not be that bad idea. Although I'm not sure if I would do it. I would probably just leave some space in front of the storehouse and just make the buildings closer together. A second thought, you can see that when you've got some guys coming out from school, they at least have some space to be in front of it, so it's not too bad. Let's pick another base, maybe Boss. Always valued that player, and can't wait to see what he's trying to do. 26 minutes. It's already a lot of stuff here. Iron production isn't too special because you can see he just started producing. So I'm guessing he may have at most 30, maybe. Really late iron mines. So I guess he's counting on good leather production. Although it's possible he might have something like 25-25 on peacetime. He's also trying to make us some stables. Okay, let's take a look at every player and see if they have iron mines. Yeah, Trash has a problem because it's really far away, so it's quite normal on this lock. Yeah, but apart from Trash, it seems like every single... Oops, okay. Apart from Trash and Bitcoin, nobody has such big problems as Boss. So it might indicate that there's some problem with the base, but I can't really tell. On the other hand, let's take a look at his... it's hard to say what's the state of the leather production. Although there's no tannery, so we can judge. Yeah, 4 leather, 4 skins were produced. So trying to compare it maybe with Fu, who had pretty nice production. I can't see the tannery. Ah, it's here. It's producing already. So he's made like 3. Trying to see 4, 5, 6. Yeah, slightly better. But like I said, his production was pretty nice and fast. Meanwhile, yeah, Fu has production similar level as Dima, although Dima is going for 3 big farms and Fu, 3 as well, yeah. Oh, there's a lot more here. Okay, I didn't notice that. So yeah, Boss is a bit worse because he only has 2, but seems like he wants to have some horses as well, which these 2 players probably don't have. Although you can see Dima is making the stables, and Mr. Fu probably plans to make it as well. The key to successful leather production and food production as well is probably making first 3 swine farms. Might be the easiest way. I mean, obviously I'm talking about peacetime 60 because that's what we're playing here. I'm not expert on public lobbies kind of gaming with reverse coordinate zones and stuff like this. Longer peacetimes, it's a bit different there for sure, but I imagine it might be similar. If we have some experts on that, I'd be glad to hear something about it. But probably the number of farms and swine farms just goes up and the principle stays the same. Thunder. Gotta say, that's not a lot of farms. It's pretty late, I'd say. Yeah, only 3 farms for 2 swine farms and that's it? This can't end well. Seems like he's having some problems in the base. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he can finish his... Oh wait, maybe I'm exaggerating. Just need 1 more stone. Which is something that his base needs indeed. I don't think 4 woodcutters is what he had in mind as well. It's pretty... Wait a second. 4? 2 more coming. Perhaps he was cutting something, but I don't think so. He doesn't have any wood. Whoa, this is really bad. Wonder what happened. Perhaps he didn't... I don't know. I guess he didn't make enough woodcutters in time. 4 is like way too low amount. So yeah, it's pretty bad, and I'm surprised to say that Thunder will probably not have a good army this day. Such a shame. Oh well, let's hope that Dima can balance this. We can already see... Yeah, he's gonna have at least 30 iron units. What kind of army he's planning? Yeah, classic stuff, swordmen or knights. Still can't see what he's gonna make here. Bowman. Yeah, so the most standard army you can possibly imagine for peacetime 60. Perhaps a look at trash. Not too bad iron. On Dima's level, I'd say. Leather could be better. Still, there's plenty of time. Although with 2 swine farms only, it's not too great. I think his farms were a bit too late, maybe. He's trying to make 2 more on the left side, it seems. So he's gonna have 8 farms, it seems. Boss has really bad barracks. Is it because he has stuff in storehouse? Nope. Yeah, so it doesn't really look too good. I don't know why. I know the distance to the iron mines was pretty extreme, but I didn't expect him to have such a bad army, and I'm afraid he's going to have pretty bad amount. The leather doesn't look bad, but I'm not sure if that's enough. He might have around 30 iron, that would be nice, but nothing special. But still, 30 iron, maybe it's not too bad considering the distance. Also the fact that you have to go into spots for the trees kind of messes with what you can do. But still, it feels too slow for me, I don't know. Okay, wondering who should I show you next? We didn't go to Golem's base for quite a long time. Before I comment, let me just take a quick look. Anyway, Not a lot of iron here. Looks pretty bad. I'm afraid I can't say anything better about the... actually... Yeah, the ladder is pretty bad as well, I think. It's possible they're bringing it right now, but no, I don't think so. Seems like just relate everything. That doesn't bode well for the right side, because Thunder already has pretty nasty problems here. Although, I gotta say, this is not a bad amount of iron for what I was expecting to see in this game from him when I saw the problems here. Might be that he put a bit more impact on his iron production instead of anything else. Okay, but seems like he made 10... He's going for like 10 swordmen, and in that time possibly 20 more iron troops. Yeah, 40 iron troops. If he manages to pull off his wood production, I believe he's gonna have some army, perhaps 30 bowmen or something like this, or whatever he wants to make. But I'm pretty sure he will not manage to make enough wood, because the wood looks pretty bad in his base right now. Of course, Philo. New place. A lot bigger than the older one. Twice as big, actually. Because the old one was like pretty small, and definitely not a pleasure to live in. So that's where I am now. Yeah. It's not too bad. Could be always better, but it's pretty nice. Anyway, yeah, like I said, if Thunder was able to pull off his wood production, then yeah, maybe, but it looks really bad, and I don't think so. So we know what to expect from 3 players on the bottom, so it's time to assess the power of the 4th player here. Seems like the ladder doesn't look too good from Bitcoin, which is slightly surprising. There's a lot of farms, they all are cutting, almost all. He's still making this, and he has this full. Okay, there's some skins. Yeah, I think he just made more of a turtle style base. So he makes a bit more farms, and maybe they are a bit made a bit later. Anyway, you can see that right now his setup on the top works, and he didn't need extra road here. Like I said, this is probably because the farms are in the middle. So can I explain this easily? I think it's like before these roads were here, everyone who needs anything from these buildings and from these buildings would have to go like here. And now you have a lot more roads, and you don't really need a lot of serfs here anymore. So it seems to be working, but before we've had a pretty nasty traffic jam here. So yeah, I'd say it's like nothing special. His iron will be pretty nice, and we'll see about his leather production, because he's like he's kind of catching up. Although when we compare it to some of the guys here, yeah, well, yeah, I'd say the right side is completely screwed unless we can find a player with massive problems. Trash's leather production isn't that good, but is it true? Let me see here. It doesn't look too bad to me. Right now it's like 10, it's 18. If he was a bit faster, like if he was I forgot that word. No, it's not about producing something, it's what you do after. I'm not sure I can even remember the word in Polish right now, but basically what I mean is that if he transformed all these skins and leather into jackets, he would have around 25 to 30, yeah, something like 30. So it's not too far behind the others, it's just that his tannery was probably a bit late and the workshops are still being built. So I believe his actual leather power is not going to be too bad. While we can see Fuzz base already 36 leather jackets. I'm expecting 2 minutes 6 jackets, seems like his tempo. I'm kind of expecting he's gonna have like 50-60 jackets, something like this. Gotta say that iron is pretty bad, but on the other hand he has fog mines, so he can catch up in some time. And it's kind of the way this lock looks like, cause it's not like on many locks on this map you have iron pretty far away, so he still has some time. But I have a feeling he's gonna have like 20 pikes, 10 swordmen, some of them on horses maybe. One at least, yeah, so at least for scouting. And Lucky. Oh, it's pretty okay. At least 30-30 and probably more. Yeah, let's stay 30-30 because, well, 30 arrows for sure. And I'm not sure what's the deal here with the leather armor. Something really doesn't work well here. There's still some time, but I mean, compared to full, it doesn't work well. But maybe that's not a good metric to be compared against. Yeah, still at the same city, Firo. No, the word I meant was something like when you have leather jackets and why doesn't it scroll automatically? Okay, sorry about it. When you have leather jackets, I mean when you have leather and skins, and you need to transform them into the finishing product, the end product. How the process is called? It's not production. It's not transforming something. Not exactly. There's a word for this. In Polish, I would use przetwarzanie. Something like this. Processing. Yeah, that's the word I needed. When I said it aloud in Polish, I found the right word in English as well. But never mind that. Some horses from Lucky. That's pretty nice, actually. Yeah, one more thing about Fu. He obviously went all in for the leather, mainly because I guess of the distance and it wasn't convenient for him to go here too early, so he managed to I mean, he decided to make kind of army. What do you mean, Philo? There's not really Polish guys in here. And in any other lobby as well, I guess. So that's what you get today. To be honest, you should be grateful that we have games to stream, because a week or two ago there wasn't really much activity here. There was some, but at least on TeamSpeak it's like very empty these days. If anyone knows where I can find out when any games are being played, just let me know. apart from joining around 20 and going to Mr. Fu, because that's what usually works. Anyway, going back to boss, I gotta say I thought it's gonna be bad, but it doesn't look bad. Pretty nice leather. Probably could still pull off like 45, 50 without not much problem. Given the ridiculous distance to iron, it's not too bad to have 25. I don't know, perhaps he could try to go for iron a bit earlier, but it wasn't easy for sure. But as I said, doesn't look like the right side has a lot of chance. Let's make a quick last look on the left side and then go to the right side again. Starting with trash, not a lot of leather jackets, pretty bad. Lacking a lot of swords as well. Only 4 horses. Doesn't seem like he likes this map, I guess. Mr. Fu, 53 jackets, this is outstanding. Iron is meh, but that's probably planned. Seems okay. Lucky, 10 horses, which is nice, and 30-30 otherwise, not too bad. 27, 42, 9 from boss. This is actually pretty neat, I'd say. I expected this would be worse. And speaking of worse, the right side team, let's see if anything changed. Pretty nice army from Dima. About 40 iron troops with 10 horses and a lot of jackets. This seems to be really powerful army and a lot of recruits for that. I didn't check recruits on the left side, but I don't have time for it. Thunder, a lot of recruits, 50 iron troops and 22 leather. It's way better than I expected. Golem with this army, like 20, 35. It could be better for sure. And with our last breath, we could see that it was 30, 40 from Bitcoin. Not sure about the amount of recruits, because I didn't manage to catch it for most of the players. Well, at least it seems now that there's a lot more chance for the right side than I expected it will be. I gotta admit that I got a bit rusty after all this time without Knights Merchants, at least without streaming. So I kind of struggled to get the I kind of struggled to get the timings right, and I don't always know when something is going to happen, or like when a player is going to have some specific amount of army on peacetime. I think my predictions were a bit better on the left side, and on the right side not so much. But I still think the left side has a bit of an advantage, because only Dima had an exceptional army on the right, and there's a Polish lobby, you say. I wish I had a second PC to check quickly. Perhaps I'll try. Just to take a look who's there. Okay, I can't really see it. Okay, not to waste any time. How does one do that? Like this. Our secret password. Probably everyone watching this stream knows it already, but just to be extra sure. Okay. I think I'll do some advertisements on TeamSpeak, so apologize for the sounds you will hear in a moment.
Channel switched. Channel switched. Channel switched.
So still waiting for 3 players to begin, and then we will be able to see the fight. Usually on this map, I expect people to have a lot of army. To be honest, only a few players didn't disappoint in this game. Probably thinking about Mr. Fu. Dimas and Boss's numbers look pretty nice as well. There's one more player on the left side, I forgot which one, maybe Lucky. Pretty nice army. Okay. The camera setup is kind of strange. How does it look like? Okay. It's kind of fine. Although the lighting is ridiculous. I'd probably have to move my entire desk to fix it, which is like, not an option. Or maybe buy a small lamp and put it in front and just put the light onto my face so I can't see shit. I forgot to put the text banner up. Okay, let's put any kind of text. 4v4 gaming. Yep, that's ideal. That is, it would be if it didn't go. Yeah. Whatever. It works. Okay. Only Lucky left here to get ready, and then we can begin. Hopefully it's gonna be a nice fight. I think there's a chance for this to be balanced. So I'm hoping nobody makes stupid mistakes in fight and stuff like this, You could also say a lot. You could also see a lot of mistakes in these bases from Thunder, a bit from Bitcoin maybe with these traffic jams. One more player had massive problems. I don't remember, Trash or Golem? Huh. I'm hoping that doesn't mean he was watching. But like I say, I don't think rushing. I don't know if I would rush, even if I knew everything. Still, this map is pretty big, so rushing might not be the thing to do, There we go. This is probably a good time for a drink. Product placement as always. And then we can take a look at what happens. Scouting and such stuff. So there we go. Okay, how much can I stress my computer? Okay, 40 FPS is probably better. Okay, it's like the... It would be nice to get a bit more fine-tuned power over zooming. Anyway, we can see... Lucky doesn't go too much into Golem's space. Mr. Fu is trying with Lucky here. Much better scout on the top from boss. Okay, first blood is going to be spilled soon. No idea why he's catching. Okay, maybe it wasn't too bad. Yeah, well, he got that horse for free at least. And could escape. Pretty nice. Okay, seems like what I said before about bad scouting, or what I wanted to say, was a bit premature. Just look at that. For him, I would go towards the bottom because they don't see anything. I mean, this is not a problem, but maybe he could go like around here. Oh yeah, definitely. So not to give him too many ideas. Let's take a look at what happens on the... Oh, look at that. Maybe let's take a look at top first. I don't think this is a really good idea, cause... Ah, wait, yeah, his army is going to be here, so he's gotta... He's gotta watch for the... Oh, horses who were caught here, interesting. Lucky is here. Okay, let's better focus on this, cause it's going to be a few fights at the same time, and it's gonna be tricky to focus on them all. Seems like some horses were killed here. And why the hell does he go here? I don't get it. But there's a fight. Quick look here, nothing happening, so let's focus on the top first. Hi Dixopcan, long time. I took your advice and I tried to stream on Steam, but I'm not sure if anyone but me can even see it. Anyway, doesn't look good for the left side. Although there's more troops coming from Fu, Thunder doesn't seem to be doing anything. Not that he has to. Well, Lucky kinda won because he had mod, but he was like surrounded from two sides, and I'm kinda surprised this happened. Anyway, boss managed to chase Bitcoin away. I'm feeling like I missed something on the top. Like I really didn't understand why boss called this here. So there must have been something that he could do on the top to the rest of his troops that I didn't notice, that explained this move. In the meantime, it would be interesting to see what happens in boss's base, but it's most possible that his army was already... I mean, these horses were already caught. But I can't see any way to find out right now. We had way more going on here. Okay, this doesn't look like they're gonna fight on the bottom anyway. Judging the situation here, oh interesting, Bitcoin tries to backstab them here. And Lucky lost all his melee, so now they can advance, and it really bodes bad for Boss and Lucky in the middle. And Mr. Fu already goes back, while Dima's horses are doing the strangest stuff here. Why the hell did he go here? Just go like to these poles anywhere would be way better decision. Still, it's far from being over because Boss still has some melee and the right side is lacking on melee a lot. Dima's horses are killed. Pretty interesting stuff happening here. Because the left side keeps losing more and more shooters. And yeah, I believe this will be enough to at least delay them. Yeah, okay, maybe not. Shouldn't go back, and then I believe he should have been going towards the tower at least. It's tricky because they still have to deal with this and this. Yeah, they kind of. Maybe it would be better to just go back and never catch. Just wait for a bit more troops, and now he's gonna do the same mistake again. No, actually, this might work. There's not a lot of troops left anyway, but he really needs support from Golem for this to happen. Anyway, something happens on the left, but it's still kinda slow. So let's turn over to the top again. I think it's not the worst fight we could see. There's something happening here, that's for sure. But it seems like the right side will prevail, unless the left manages to gather some melee from somewhere. I think I'll just focus on the bottom right now, because I don't want to lose this fight from side. And unless Lucky makes some brave maneuver, which probably would be stupid, yeah. Okay, I have a feeling that Dima might be... Trash is going out to try and catch him. Or at least trying to scare him. That doesn't seem like Lucky lost a lot of shooters, so maybe his maneuvers were pretty good here. I think Bitcoin had mod Bowman, so that was probably a nice decision. Anyway, let me check the chat quickly. I'm never updating this map, come on. And I'm pretty sure somebody advised me to use Steam for streaming, like Steam community. I thought it was you, but I may be wrong. It still doesn't work as I wanted to, because you can't see the... I mean, you never said about streaming, you said about putting videos there maybe. But it doesn't seem like I can make it work so players can just see it on the community hub of Knights and Merchants, which would be like ideal. Okay, I think there's gonna be silence for like, or maybe not. Seems like they're going for pull Golem here. There is something happening. Yeah, indeed. I'm not even sure I can answer that question at all. So I'll answer the subcons first instead. I promised to update the graphics. Are you sure that it wasn't before this version? Because this is like the bigger version of it with updated graphics. For example, this bridge made from ice is like very big now. I'm not even sure it existed before. And yeah, answering Thor's question, sorry, it is indeed so old, it almost sprouted children. If I may try to guess, 2013, 2014, something like this. Probably 14. I don't think I started making maps right away when joined this community. So on the other hand, perhaps we could find out somehow. I'll try to look for a topic on the forums in the meantime. Okay, seems like a bit of a camping period. I have a feeling that something's gonna happen on the bottom, so I'll stay here for a while. Okay, we've got a fight, and I found out that I made the updated version of Frozen Waters in February 2014. So the first version was a bit older. I can check that as soon as the fight is over. We actually have two fights. I think this one might be more interesting. But yeah, Thunder, I don't know what's happening there. Here it's quite even, and here I believe yeah, Thunder won initially, but he has to really go back quickly. And here it seems like Dima lost all his melee. So let's go back where things are still interesting. Golem is trying to help here, and it's pretty strange. Bitcoin doesn't seem to have any army left. This is pretty bad. So only empty towers defending his entrance to the base. So it doesn't look too good for the right side team indeed. With Dima going down on the bottom, he still can defend easily here. Maybe not so easily, but yeah, you get the point. Not all of them are shooting, which is pretty bad, and Golem is pretty aggressive. Not sure if he should, but well, like you can see on the top, it's not like they have any choice. To be honest, I think they should really be more aggressive here, try to shoot, especially on the bottom where they have some advantage. Yeah, go on Thunder. A bit too late, but it's a shame that Dima can't do anything here. And anyway, as you can see, it looks pretty bad for Bitcoin. He would have to be really lucky. It's not impossible, but less and less possible with every moment that he might somehow win this because of fighting inside of the buildings. He really needs a lot of bows here to defend, and he doesn't have any. But look at what happened here in the meantime. Most of the troops from the left side somehow died. So it seems like Thunder and Golem managed to attack after all. So now I believe they should really go very fast to the top. Shoot down these three horses first, perhaps. But there's not a lot of time left to save their teammate. Still, they could pull it off if they go right away. Along with Thunder's troops, probably. But in the meantime, Trash is advancing on Dima's base and doesn't look too good. Sorry. Yeah, it looks like GG for the right side team. So to take a look on what's happening in the chat, apart from the Dutch chat anyway. Okay, there's mostly Dutch, so never mind that. Okay, so about the other question. The first version of Frozen Water was released on the phones in 2013, actually, in March. Anyway, somehow it's GG, mainly because of Dima, I guess. Because yeah, it seems like they had a chance here, unless it's like everyone quit and that's why the opponents died. But yeah, let me see the stats. A lot of kills from Lucky Trash and Golem. Kind of like predicted from what we saw, especially regarding ladder production. Mr. Fu and Dima best amount of troops. It's also surprising to see that Mr. Fu actually had the best iron along with Dima and Trash. Yeah, and Thunder. Oh, this is pretty nice. You could see that while he started a bit late, his 4th iron mine really helped, I guess. You can see slightly different tempo growing here. And on the leather jackets, there's no beating of Mr. Fu, obviously, along with Dima and not Lucky Bitcoin for level. Interesting. I didn't expect Bitcoin to be the one that will have such a nice ladder, although he had pretty nice on peacetime. And well, you could see his layout of the location was pretty nice. I believe that he could be even better if he didn't have a bit of traffic jam issue or early on. Yeah. So that's it. I hope you liked it. Like I said, I'll try to do some streams a bit more often, maybe something during the weekend. I think you can expect them usually around 20 because that's like the most shoot moment for me to get a game that I can show you. So 20 o'clock Central European time, which is like almost 2 hours ago, is probably the time you want to join. You want to look out for my streams at least. Well, so yeah, I'll try to do one more in Saturday or Sunday, possibly more like Sunday, but we'll see. Okay, so yeah, so it was nice. It was nice to come back finally, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Yo.